I'm Chief Meteorologist Tony Petrarca on the Pinpoint 12 Forecast Center. You've clicked on the Weather Now link. Here we go again, round two. We've been talking about this, turning colder for tonight, and everything transitioning over to some initially light snow this evening, but becoming a little steadier, a little heavier once we get beyond midnight into the Tuesday morning commute, so bad timing. But winter weather advisory pretty much for the entire area, with the exception of Cape Cod, the islands, and Block Island. We do expect some accumulating snow. In those areas that have rain right now, we'll switch over to some light snow later on this evening. We're taping this as of 4 o'clock, and we've noticed that the temperatures are starting to drop. On the Doppler radar, you see moisture that's coming in off the ocean. In fact, we can switch over to our winter mosaic, and the light blue and white indicating some light snow showers north and west of Route 295. Elsewhere, it's been kind of a cold drizzle and some light rain, but the temperatures are starting to drop. So for one, wet surfaces will freeze. You take a look at the North Situate, and you want to talk about wet surfaces freezing. We've got ice on the camera lens, so we'll have to watch for black ice before some of this light snow starts to kick in, and then eventually during the overnight, the snow becoming a little steadier, a little heavier, especially towards daybreak. Now, this is as of 4 o'clock. You know, Providence was 40 degrees a couple of hours ago. Now it's 34, so you get the idea of how our temperatures are starting to drop off. So a threat tracker pinpoint weather alert both tonight through at least tomorrow morning. Colder air this evening equals icy surfaces on anything that's wet that refreezes. The snow returns initially light this evening, but then steadier overnight with additional accumulation. Slow go for the morning commute on Tuesday with snow continuing, poor visibility. Should be ending, though, by early afternoon. We get back on track as early as Tuesday evening, Tuesday night, and on into Wednesday. Satellite and radar composite. What we're watching is a second storm, which is forming now south of Long Island. That will intensify as it passes off the coastline overnight tomorrow morning. That'll kick up the wind, drop the temperature, and bring that shield of snow on the way. So the forecast, hour-by-hour forecast, by 2 o'clock in the morning, overnight, that storm is wrapping up off Cape Cod and pulling in some colder air, some gusty wind and snow. Here we are, 7 o'clock in the morning. That blue represents snow, but notice by mid-afternoon, it's pulling offshore. Skies are starting to clear by late day and early evening, along with falling temperatures. So here's round two of accumulating snow. It looks like the heaviest is going to be across eastern Massachusetts, from Boston down through, say, areas of Plymouth. I think the further west you go, the amounts are not quite as high, but accumulations nonetheless. And here's the hour-by-hour forecast at 7 o'clock. That light blue represents some snow that continues through the overnight. This is about 2 o'clock in the morning with snow. Look at the temperatures, well below freezing in the mid and upper 20s. Here we are at 7 a.m., the morning commute with lingering snow and some ice. But notice the heavier snow, that darker blue across eastern Massachusetts. 11 a.m., still with bands of snow going on. And then notice by mid to late afternoon, it is pushing offshore. In fact, we may see some clearing by very late in the day and towards the early evening hours. This sets up for a cold, windy, but clear weather on Tuesday night. How much snow? Still going with that 1 to 3 inches, and then 3 to 6 as you get into southeastern Massachusetts. Now, keep in mind what the 1 to 3 represents is, you know, it can be as little as 1 to as much as 3, and in that 3 to 6 inch band, it can be as little as 3 to as much as 6. I think any 6-inch amounts are going to be favored more towards Taunton and out towards Plymouth. So for the seeing mixture, going over to light snow with falling temperatures. Watch for icy spots. By your Tuesday morning, we are looking at snow, windy, some slippery travel as well, with temperatures starting off in the upper 20s to lower 30s, and then leftover snow showers early in the afternoon on Tuesday. Very late in the day, we start to see some clearing, and by 5 o'clock in the evening, the snow is gone, but the roads, at least the untreated ones, remain slippery. So wrapping it up, winter weather advisory goes into effect 7 o'clock this evening through 1 o'clock on Tuesday afternoon, turning colder. And if you have rain in your backyard right now, switching over to some snow very shortly. That's your latest Weather Now update. Thanks for logging in. We'll talk to you soon.